alone in his desire to have lots of lovely hair in his head. Latest figures show the number of men having hair transplants has doubled in the past 5 years. Well, I'm joined now by Mark Black, who, like Wayne, has had hair transplant treatment. Also joining me is Dr. Hilary Jones. And Hilary, Wayne's had this thing, you know, where he's had his hair sort of put into the top of his head, and he was on holiday and he didn't have his hat on. That's not good, is it?
I guess that he's not wanting to cover it up. He's going to be obvious. He's in the public eye.
Oh, it looks a bit strange.
There it is. My feeling is if it helps him to head the ball a bit better for England and get it in the net, we'll all be in favour of it.
But, you know, good on him in a way, because he's been very open about it.
Yeah,
you know, but I suppose he has to be.
You have to be, because there is going to be signs that you've had work done for a few weeks afterwards. So you can either go to the trouble of covering it up, as Jason Gardner did on
He wore a
Dancing on
hat
Ice,
for a very long time.
and then revealed subsequently when everybody found out that he's had it done. Or you can just be open about it and say, look, yeah, I've had some work done, here I am.
Well, Mark's been very open about it. Mark, why did you decide to do this? Rather than just, you know, go bald, cut your hair off or shave it all off, which I think is what boys should do if they're going bald, why did you want to get this done, to get the implants done?
I'm a musician, and I do some acting work. So, for me, it was an image thing.
Right.
But also, I like to keep fit. I go to the gym, practice martial arts. So my personal appearance was just an extension of that desire to feel good in myself.
Right.
So that's why I had it done.
OK, and it's about confidence as well. I mean, we can see there what it was like before and then what it's like after. And actually, the thing about it with you, Mark, is it looks really natural.
It's a really good result, isn't it?
It really does.
Thank you.
I would imagine it's not always as good as that. You've been particularly lucky, perhaps.
I went to a good surgeon. I went to Dr. Farjo in Manchester.
Right.
And,
so somebody that knows what he's doing.
Well, absolutely. And the crucial thing was the timing of having it done. The thing about Dr. Farjo, when I initially saw him in 1998, bearing in mind I had my surgery in 2007, he sent me away.
Oh, did he? And said, come back? Oh, that's quite
Because, well, it was the wrong time for surgery. I hadn't lost enough hair at that point in time.
Okay.
And so the crucial thing for a person having a hair transplant is to make sure that there's an integrity from the doctor to be able to turn around and say, well, actually, you know, it's the right or the wrong time for surgery.
Yeah.
So, and Dr. Farjo did that with me.
Oh, that's really good. So, was it sore? Was it painful?
Not
Don't
really.
be a big strong bloke. Was it painful?
No, seriously, it wasn't painful. There was a slight bit of discomfort.
Right. Painful when you have to pay.
When you're having the local... Well, I mean, I don't drink much, right? And I don't smoke. So, I suppose if you weigh up what a person can spend on cigarettes and booze, spending some money on your self-image is actually less expensive over a lifetime.
And it's made you feel more confident. That's the thing. It has made you feel more confident having this done.
Definitely. I mean, I didn't feel depressed when I'd lost my hair, but it was something that I preferred to have hair. And so that's why I took that
It's a cracking result, isn't it?
It's a fantastic result.
It really is. But for people that maybe don't want to go down that line, I do always think if a man is going baldy, don't do the kind of shredded wheat thing. Don't do the pedal
comb over
thing.
No,
don't do the comb over because it is not good. I mean, well, ow, yow. I'm sorry, that's really frightened me. You should have given me a warning. That was coming up. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen. And in a breeze, it does do the pedal bend thing. It goes
yes, it does.
Up and down like that.
And then we have other examples, don't we? But we've got some good results too. I mean, James Nesbitt, I think, Jason Gardner's result was pretty good.
They were good.
But they had transplants. I mean, there he goes. Yeah. I mean, that's.
But see, it's not like a great big thick bushy head of hair. It actually does look natural.
It looks natural.
That's the thing. You want it to look natural.
You don't necessarily have to go down the transplant route as Elton John did, and he had his done in the very early pioneering days. And initially,
he was one of the first, I think, that really admitted to it. Anyway.
And initially, I don't think it was a very good result. You could see little patches, little islands of hair.
It was like those old-fashioned dollies. You know those old-fashioned dollies that it looked like plugs. You know that was the thing.
That's right. But things have moved on a pace since then. It's much better results now that we're getting. If you don't want to go down the transplant route, there are things you can use like Regain. Minoxidil, which is a lotion which you put on every day, like forever, and it will stop the loss of hair in about 70% of men and regrow it in about 30%. The lucky ones will get some regrowth. Not a complete result like this, but it's not bad.
But you know what? They've been doing this for you. I mean, you go back to ancient Egyptian times, and they were, and men were really worried about losing their hair, and you know, because I know for women losing their hair, it's actually very traumatic. And for honey, what was it?
Honey and beer, boiled wheat and goat dung.
On your head?
Yeah,
or did you drink it? Oh, you put it on your head?
You put it on your head. You definitely put it on your head.
Oh, dear.
Or the urine of a pregnant mare. Again,
you didn't. You put that on.
Apparently, you put that on too.
Okay.
Another solution was your candle wax dripped in a kettle of water boiled on the fire, with witches giving incantations about.
That's just being silly now.
It is being silly, but people were desperate and still are.
Yeah, exactly.
Propitia's the other one. There's a tablet which blocks the effect of testosterone, a male sex hormone, on the hair follicles, which does the damage.
Right.
All men have got the same amount of testosterone. By and large, it's got nothing to do with virility. Sorry, Mark, it's a myth.
Because people that are losing the hair, men say that's because they're sexy.
Exactly. It's not quite true, I'm afraid. But if Propecia can have side effects, you need to find out about them. But a small dose of finasteride, its other name, can stop the hair loss.
Excellent. Well, thank you both very much indeed. Mark, it's a cracking result. It looks really natural, but the trouble is you've been on the telly now, so everybody will know it's not. But never mind.
It's his hair. It's his hair.
But he's happy.
It's just been moved.
It's just been moved about a bit.
It's just moved house, exactly.
Right. After the break, Jane and Nadia are going to be here answering all of your dilemmas about getting... Well, it's getting